welcome to the stream for tonight. We are starting a new solo playthrough on a new seed. Let's load that up. I've started it for a few minutes. That's all as far as I've gotten. So, and it's loading. Spinning hammer. So I've explored a little bit of the map. I haven't gotten too far. Found a beginning of a house. I'm going to take over. And gotten my stone hammer going. Let's see what we've got over here. Looks like a little circle here. There's probably something buried down there. We'll have to wait till we get to the pickaxe, though. So let's get a workbench down. Enough for a workbench. Grab some of these raspberries and save them for later. What do we got here? What do we have? Beehive? I hear it somewhere. Oh, it's up top. Let's put down our workbench. Oh, hello. We've got access to all our basic building items. Walls, roofs, that lovely stuff. Pair this all up. Let's get us a queen bee. So if you knock down a beehive, you can get a queen bee and build your own beehive. We're going to need a bit more wood for that, so let's go grab some. Knock down this tree stump. There we go. Let's get out of here before we die. Oh, we died. Killed by the bees. I gotta watch that health. Fortunately, we were close to where we died, so I don't have to run too far. Nope, here we go. Not much to lose at this point, so still good. Grab our stuff. Oh, our body's still here. Alright, got ourselves queen bee. go ahead and expand this base a little bit. Finish the floor in here. So we'll need to get a roof on here before it starts raining again, otherwise everything will start to decay. Let's take this down. I'm going to put this back inside. Right here in the corner. So working on things, we still have a nice view outside. Down a couple more floors. Oh, gotta get some more wood. Crafting. So we have to have a roof over the crafting station before we can really get down and use it. You can still build building with it, but you can't craft anything with it yet. So let's gather some trees. Basic beech trees. We'll want to put down a bed that'll allow us to sleep at night and be a respawn point instead of having to respawn back at the little circle. So we've gotten 21 wood. Let's knock down a whole tree. Thought it was little saplings. Now, there's a birch over there. You can't break that down until you get to bronze. Which we get bronze from tin and copper in the Black Forest. It seems we've angered the locals. Off in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little doe, female deer.
A deer.
Female deer. Oh, and we found another little hut. Let's see if we can find anything in there. How is it going, V-Bags?
Going.
No, we found another beehive. Alright, that's not going too well. Put down a workbench. Let's get out of here before we die. We've pissed off the bees. And there we go. And we're dead. Oh, I'm quiet.
A bit.
Turn it up a little bit. Is that better? Or am I still quiet? Our stone axe is about to break, so let's go repair that. We need a workbench to repair that. Unfortunately, we don't have a roof here yet, so we're gonna toss up a roof real quick. Alright, everything's repaired. See if we can stop dying to bees. No, we didn't get the stuff. Let's get the stuff, man. Oh, there's the bee. Alright, we got a queen bee now. This is a nice little hut, but we already started one over here. So a little bit more wood. What are we at? 40? Let's knock down one more tree. Alright. I'm a lumberjack and that's okay. So if you eat food, in this game you get health, higher health, and higher stamina, and your food has a duration. In the case of honey, it's pretty quick. It's 300 seconds. Once you get to later game, there's a lot better food. Starting to get kind of late, so we need to get that bed down, or the natives get really restless here, and they'll come a-calling. So, in order to have a bed, we need two things. We need, well, three things. We obviously need the workbench. And we need a fire. So I've set my spawn point, but I need, to go to bed, I need a fire pit. So let's get one of those set up. Why invalid placement? Oh, that's right. We can't put it on a wood floor. That would burn the floor, obviously. Alright. So we have a dream. You have one of these every time you go to bed. Now it is morning. It doesn't look like it, but it is indeed morning. Oh, hello, bird. So we have this thing called rested, and that helps us regen our stamina faster. Another thing that we need to get is boars. Boars provide leather scrap, and that's used for a lot of the lower level stuff, as you can tell from all of the items scrolling by. And you can capture the boars and breed them with berries, so you have to tame them first. It's kind of a long ordeal. I don't recommend it on multiplayer servers because your boars will starve if you're not constantly feeding them. So if you're offline and your friends don't get online and feed them, then they will starve to death. But there are plenty of boars. Maybe we can get some pants. And they're pretty aggressive, unlike the deer, which run away at the slightest sound. Pretty easy to kill with your stone axe. So how many do we have? We've got 7. So the next thing we want to make is a bow that requires leather scrap. Let's go back to our little house over here. To make a bow, we need 8, and we have 7. And then pants require 5. Let's repair our stuff before we go out and find some more boars. And as you notice, it's getting a bit foggy out. That can get a little annoying. Makes it hard to see. Expect lots of fog. And there is another doe. Oh, here we go. Here's a boar. Started in a nice area that seems to have a lot of boars. Got 9. Let's grab some more raspberries over here. Some mushrooms. As you can tell, as I'm running, my stamina is diminishing. You need stamina to pretty much do everything. Build, destroy, repair, run, attack, even block with your shield. So make sure you keep your stamina up. This is pretty early game, so it's not as important. But you definitely don't want to run into a troll or some other nasty without any stamina. One of the unfortunate parts of this game is that creatures, animals, there's only one source for a resource type. So if you need leather scrap, you're only going to get that from a boar. If you need deer hide, you're only going to get that from a deer, obviously. Let's grab a tree while we're out. And as you notice, as I'm cutting down the tree, my skill's going up. Ooh, let's not get hit by the tree. The tree can fall on you and kill you. You can ask my wife about that one. I've dropped many a trees on her. She's ignoring me. There is our neighborhood grayling coming to welcome us to the area. They're good for dropping resin, which can be used to make standing torches or torches. Even basic things like running and jumping have skills, and the more you do them, the better you get at them. Oh, got some raspberries here. Always make sure you just pick them. Don't take the bush out, because they'll grow back. See if we can find some boars along here. They like to stay near water sources. Here's something. Another grayling. There's a nice big rock. Rocks are good for gathering stone. You'll need that later when you start building stone structures. You'll need iron and to make a stone cutter for that. I think this is a pretty good seed so far. It's good starting next to the water because you can build a boat. And that's pretty much the only way you can transport ore over long distances. You'll find later that you can make portals, but you can't take metal through portals. So like ingots or smelted metal or ore won't go through, but your metal weapons and armor will go through. Because that totally makes sense, right? Grab some flint. We'll use that later for flint axe. I don't feel rested anymore. Maybe I should go take a nap. Grabbing some easy to grab branches along the way and flint. So we're going to go ahead and make a bow. Once we get back to base. The nice thing about bows in Valheim is that you can make just plain old wood arrows with just wood. You don't need feathers or anything like that for the starter arrows. Let's make a crude bow. Where are we at? Craft some arrows with that. Alright, so one of the things you'll discover pretty quickly is that your workbench can be upgraded. Right now we're at a level 1. In order to upgrade it, you build things near it. In this case, we need a chopping block, which requires 10 flint, and that'll give us access to higher level gear, so we can upgrade our gear. And yeah, let's see if we can catch us a deer. Oh, 40 arrows. So we've got two kind of arrows. I found some flint head arrows in a chest. We're going to use the wood arrows for now. Pretty much deers are one hit, one kill unless they're multiple levels. So you hold the left mouse button to pull it back, and that eats up your stamina. So it's all the way up, and then you aim over its head, because there's a lot of drop, especially with a crude bow. And deers provide deer hide, deer trophy, and meat. They provide more meat and more consistent meat than a boar. And we can cook that for food. Oh, there's another deer. Unfortunately, it's hurt us, so it's running away. Or trying to run away. We'll catch his friend here. as you can tell, deers don't drop leather scrap, which I think is kind of silly. But it drops deer hide. Let's grab some flint. Interestingly enough, flint is a renewable resource, so over time, more flint will show up on the beach. The only place you can find flint is on the beach. I said I needed 10. One thing you'll notice here is swimming requires stamina, and if you run out of stamina while you're in the water, you'll start to drown. If you stay still while in the water, your stamina doesn't go down, but obviously you can't move, so don't get too far out in the ocean and fall in the water. Grab some more of these berries. Berries. So later on, when we try to make flint arrows, we need to kill the birds. And the only way you really get able to kill a bird is with a bow. And I'm out of stamina, so I can't pull the bow back anymore. Let's see if we can get this bird. No. Now, eventually the boars will respawn in this area. We'll have to wait for them to get back or do some more exploring. But we're going to go ahead and do the chopping block and see what that opens up to us. Let's get this stump. Repair everything. Let's throw down our chopping block. And this doesn't have to be outside, but I don't have a lot of room in this space yet. Alright, so I set it down. It's within range of this workbench. So this workbench is available to be level 2 now. And we have some new things like fire arrows, a flint axe, and some other things. So let's go ahead and upgrade our axe, because we could always use a better axe. Let's see if there's any flint around here. I think I needed 8. Flint, there is my 8th flint. Oh, and as you can see there, there's a fish which you can kill in multiple ways and grab. There is a fishing pole. Unfortunately, you have to find the merchant and you have to buy it, and then you have to buy bait. I think it's like 10 gold or something for 40 pieces of bait. And fishing is pretty frustrating. I've heard people going into the water and just using E to grab the fish, like they were just grabbing the fish. I am not that patient. We're going to grab a few more pieces of flint, and then we're going to head back. Not the most exciting part of this game, but we'll get there. This is a neck. And next drop, neck tails. You can cook those for food. They can be... Oh, we've got some boars. Let's get these, because I want pants. I don't know about you, but I don't like running around pantsless. It's a little awkward. Did he not drop? Did I miss it? Now, if you miss the drop, there'll be a little particle effect above the item that helps you find the drops. One of the unfortunate parts of swimming is as soon as you get in the water and start swimming, you ooh, that's a lot of necks. Unequip your item, which can be kind of annoying. Especially when you think it's still out and you get into a fight, and yeah. Grab that flint. Alright, it's starting to get a little dark. We don't want to be cut out here. After dark, we are really unprepared for that. So let's get back to base. Oh, there's a grayling. It does take a bit to get used to shooting this bow and judging the drop, so you kind of have to figure out where you're going to aim above the deer's head, so expect a little frustration on that. Let's go ahead and go to sleep, and then we'll do our crafting in the morning. It's a really long night. Unfortunately, there isn't the ability to skip animations, sleep, whatever. But there isn't too many. There's just the loading screen and when you sleep at night. So we can make a flint knife. I haven't really messed around with knives. I hear a lot of good things about that. Probably want to get into sneaking if you're going to go down the knife path. Well, let's go ahead and create a flint axe. That's going to replace our stone one. And we can actually go ahead and upgrade that. Let's see what we need. We need 2 leather scraps and 3 flint. We've got that easily. Alright, so we've got a level 2 flint axe, which is the maximum we can do with this workbench. This is the level 2 workbench. Let's see what we need to do to upgrade this. So we've got to get a tanning bed. Or tanning rack. That is a lot of leather scrap. Let's see what we've got. Have the boars respawned yet? I'm seeing some deer. Is that a boar? I think that's a boar. Let's go say hello with our new axe. Right. So yeah, we only have to do that, what, 19 more times? Oh. Ooh, what did we miss here? Oh, raw meat. grab some feathers from this bird. Just love how they explode. So every bird's going to give you 3 feathers. In Meadows, it's going to be the seagulls. When you get into the Black Forest, it'll be like a raven or a crow or something. And they also give 3 feathers. So we're going to have to do some exploring. Let's go back to base and cook up some of this meat and put away some things so we have some more room. Now, you do have a limited number of items, types, / stacks that you can have in your inventory, but you also have a weight limit, and the default weight limit is 300. Your skills do not improve that, but there is an item you can buy from the trader. It's like 800 gold, I believe. It's pretty expensive. That will give you 450 weight available total. You can only wear one of them. It's a belt. So keep that in mind. When you start needing to haul things around, you can build a cart. It takes nails, bronze nails. I did not mean to do that. This is a cute little base, but let's build something nice. We're gonna get a hoe, and a hoe lets you raise the ground. It's a farmer's tool for working the earth. Little do you know, though, that you can't actually use it to farm. You have to have what's called a cultivator. Yeah, I crafted a hoe. Thank you for telling me. So there's several things you can do with it. You can level the ground. You can raise the ground. That costs stone, so keep that in mind. And then you can do pathin, which makes a path. And leveling the ground is based off of where you're currently standing. So if you want to get something relatively flat, you need to stand in the same place and just sort of circle around. And it does require stamina. And it kills the grass, unfortunately. Once you get a cultivator, you can replace the grass, or you can actually plant things. I know, right? Why is this a farmer's tool if you can't actually use it to farm? And so this is relatively flat. Got a nice view. So let's start building our base. So in order to craft structures, you have to be within the circle, and that circle is centered around your workbench. So I can have it right here, even though this item's outside the workbench, but as long as I'm inside the circle. Now once I go outside, it says I can't build it there, even though it's in the same spot. So start building a little house here and try to maximize this view. And you can see in the bottom center how much things cost and what's required to make them. We're not going to do too fancy of a house yet. Save that for a later stream. Now, something to keep in mind is when you build something, if it is out in the rain, it will get damaged down to 50%. You see that yellow bar over the item while I have my hammer out? That is the health of the item. Now, the rain won't destroy anything, but the little critters that run around, like the graylings and the gray dwarfs, will. So if it's already damaged, then you're kind of in trouble. So So we want to put a roof on this as soon as we can. The other thing, to use a workbench, a forge, a stonecutter, and all that stuff, you need to have a roof over it. Now we're not doing anything fancy. I'm just going to do a pretty simple roof structure, sort of the bare minimum. And we're out of wood. So let's cannibalize this structure here. Now you do get some of the wood back. You're not going to get all the pieces back when you destroy something. The wood, you get most of it back. We'll find later that the higher level items get less and less. And it's not based off the health of the item. Oh, did we check in here? Yeah, we did. Now there is stability. As you see, as I'm attaching items, it's green. See, these are yellow and orange. And then there's red. Most things, if you attach it to something red, it's going to break. That tells you the stability before you attach it. So let's throw down a bed. We're going to put it right here. Oh, yeah, forgot. We need a workbench to tear down other items. So if I break the workbench, I can't take this stuff down. So the workbench has to be the last thing I break. Or I have to build a new one. Now, something to keep in mind is these creatures will come after the workbench and attack it. So you want to protect it. So let's break that and turn it around. Got everything repaired up, just in case. And we're going to put our fire over here. We'll need to put in a roof. So one of the things with fires, or problems with fires, is you have to have ventilation, or you can literally die of smoke in this game. which is kind of cool. But at the same time, if you don't have cover for the fire, then the fire will go out in the rain. And we need a door. Let's put a door here. And doors are a little tricky, so you want to make sure you put it in the center, because otherwise it just looks bad. So we've got a place for... We're going to put the fire over here. And you can't put it on the wood, like I mentioned earlier. You have to put it on the ground. Later, when you get stone, you can make a stone floor, and you can put your fire-based things on there. But we're not to that stage yet. So we have to have it on the ground. And we have to have ventilation. So we're going to do a little trick here. And that'll allow the smoke to exit. I've got a lot better chimneys that I've done, but this is just a placeholder. So let's throw down a bench. I need more wood for that. So let's get some more wood. Oh, we got a little domino effect with the trees, which can save you some time. Trees knocking over trees. You just got to be careful it doesn't fall on you. That can do a lot of damage. Oh, that's a birch tree. As you can tell, it's too hard for my flint axe. I need a bronze in order to break that. Oops. Damage the building. So you can damage your own buildings or the pre-gen buildings on accident, so be careful of that. Ooh, grab some raspberries. La 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 la. Alright, out of stamina. Oh. Another domino effect of a rolling log. Save us some more time and stamina. So as long as you're not running, you're regaining stamina while moving. So if you're just plain old walking, then you're fine. Alright, so let's put down some chests so we can put things away. And let's build us a spit for a cooking station. So you need one of these to craft meat. Unfortunately, you have to stand here and kind of watch it, because once it's finished cooking, and if you leave it there, it's going to burn it, and it'll turn to coal, which is a useful resource to have, but you've ruined your meat. You're not going to get meat now. Later, we'll be able to make a cauldron or a cooking pot. And we can sit in front of the fire and actually regain our health if we've eaten something. So let's chow down on one of these. So with cooked meat, you get 40 health increase, a 30 stamina increase, and its duration is 12,000 seconds, so that's like 20 minutes. And you gain a healing of 2 hit points per tick. So that's pretty good. And since we're rested, we've got a comfort 4. So we've got a roof over our head, you see sheltered, and we have fire, and then we're sitting here. If we want, we can build a deer rug, and that will actually increase our comfort. Supposedly. Let's sit between the rug and the... So now we get a comfort 5. We're going to go ahead and cook all this meat. This can take a bit, but... so we have to cook the tail, the neck tail, and the raw meat. Later we'll be able to cook things like mushrooms and make jams from the jelly. We'll need a cauldron for that, though, which requires, I believe, tin. T-I-N, not T-E-N. Ooh, there we go. As the meat cooks. Sounds like a soap opera name. Maybe? Maybe not. And you can just hit E to place it on there and grab it off of there, off the cooking station. And once we're done cooking, we're going to go to bed, we'll wake up fresh, and we'll go do a little exploring. And you could just hit E on there, even though it's not done. It's not going to hurt anything. Ooh. And once you no longer have anything cookable, it'll tell you no, you don't have any cookable items. Alright, let's go to bed. Oh, too exposed? Okay. How many wood? Yep. Apparently it doesn't like me having a view. So let's throw down some more roofing. Go to sleep to the nice sound of the waves. All right, so let's put some stuff away. I'm going to hang on to my cooked meat for now. I'm going to save my berries and my honey. Berries are really good for jelly later. Let's throw our building materials in here. And then I'm going to throw my trophies in here. So the deer trophy is going to be used to summon the first boss. We're not there yet. We don't have. I want to get my gear ready to go. Now let's throw down a couple of these beehives and get started on that. Now, the beehives can be attached to stuff, like so, but it has to have an open, has to be open above it. You can't put a roof over it, but it won't be damaged by the rain. You don't generally want it on the ground, and after time it'll produce honey, which you can eat or use to make things. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. I'm just going to toss these extra torches in here. And we don't need a hoe right now. And I like keeping an extra axe around in case one of them breaks. Oh, yeah, let's... another thing that we can make is a shield. Because where would a Viking be without shields, right? Let's see what we need for a shield. Are we able to make a shield yet? We can make a wood shield. That needs leather scrap, resin, which we've got, and wood. Wood's pretty abundant, but we're going to have to hunt down some boars. There is a wood tower shield and a regular shield. So the wood shield you can parry with. You can't really do that with a tower shield. And something to keep in mind is you can style these with different patterns for the shields. They're pretty much the only thing you can style. You can style a linen cloak later, but that's it. You can't style your like leather pants or something. Oh. And we're going to go ahead and throw down our chopping block. How much leather do we have? Do we have enough to make? No. Actually, let's grab some leather while we're out too, so we can upgrade our gear to leather. Oh, hello, friend. Resin. Of course. So to not waste an arrow, when you do that, you can just push the button. Oh, we made alerted the deer to our presence. And just press the same key to equip it as we did to unequip it. And we won't waste an arrow after pulling it back. You can also sneak, which is important. Oh, I missed him? Oh, I got a grayling instead. That's hilarious. Let's see if we can catch him. Got him. And just make sure you practice with the wood arrows. You'll get better. Oh, hello. Go ahead and eat some tail meat. health up. Ooh, mushroom. Yeah, you can hit control to sneak. You can just tap it. You don't have to hold it. Another thing to note that's important is the wind direction. And that will determine if the deers, the boars, whatever, can smell you. Unfortunately, there's no bait in this game, so you can't hide your scent. We'll just have to rely on watching for the wind. And you can see these little particles moving. That's an indication of the direction of the wind. So you don't want to be, I think the term's downwind from the creature. Otherwise, it'll smell you. And you see these particles that are longer, those are indicating faster moving wind, which will be much more important when we get into sailing. Oop. What is that? Oh, it's just a sandbar. One of the other things you'll notice is that there is actually a tide. So if you build too close to the water, you could end up with your hut or whatever being underwater, which is not a good look for a base. There we go, got some other scrap. And do we get another piece? Oh, there we are. Ooh, there is a stag. Oh, it's a level 2. I didn't hit him. Got him. So higher level animals will provide more materials when they die. So let's see here. What did we get? Ooh, lots of raw meat. Can I dive down and get that? Nope. Always make sure you don't kill your deer in the water. I'm not sure. We've got 7 deer hides now. I want to upgrade past level 1. I want to be able to get that tanning rack, which will cost us 20 leather scraps and quite a few, I think 10 deer hides or 5 deer, no, 5. Ooh. Another abandoned hut. You'll also notice that your food will start blinking. That means it's going away. It's running. The timer's running out. So you can go ahead and eat another one, and that will bump your health back up. After so long, your health from that food starts to diminish. Your max health, and you can't eat it until it starts flashing. So all of these little abandoned huts usually have chests in them. Ooh, we got some gold coins. Those are good for the merchant. Oh, hello, boar. When you find a big open field like this in the meadows, they're good for boar. You'll find a lot of boar in them. Ooh, berries. Raspberries. Remember, don't break these. you might want to come back for more. It's a rock. I hear some graylings off in the distance. We've got a big field up here ahead, next to a water source, no less. So hopefully we can find some boar. Oh, I already see some. Let's wait here a minute and gather our stamina. That's a nice view. I really love the graphics in the game. The characters and the monsters are kind of low poly, but the sea and the sky, they're absolutely beautiful. And the trees. Absolutely amazing. Now we got a Boar Trophy. The only thing I figured out that we can do with that is you can mount it later. Once you have copper, you can make a mount, a wall mount. You can place it on the wall. Not a lot of use for that. The only trophies that really seem to have a use is the deer one to summon the first boss. You know, you will get totems, and that is to summon another one of the bosses. That would be Yagloth, the last boss. That is definitely a difficult boss to fight. I will tell you what. We got some raspberries here. Haven't run into the Black Forest yet biome. So the main biomes you need to know about is the Meadows, which hopefully you start in. I recently learned today that there are seeds where you don't start in a Meadows biome. I don't really know how you succeed if you start in, say, like the mountain. You're pretty much going to die immediately from the cold. And pretty much everything there is going to kill you. But the next, after Meadows, you have the Black Forest, which will be your first introduction to trolls. Those are always fun. I'll save that later. Oh, hello, what's this? That is a stone structure. Oh. And we have some skeletons up ahead fighting some graylings. So we're going to avoid that. Apparently they're going to come after us. So that is a part of the Black Forest biome. That structure there is an abandoned structure in the Black Forest biome. And you can see it's stone. That's what you're going to be able to build later. I'm going to mark that on my map. So you can open up your map. You've got the mini map up here in the top right, but you can open up the big map and sort of move it around by holding down the left mouse button. And then there's several icons on the bottom, if you're on the bottom right, that you can place. And then you have visible to other players. So if you're playing multiplayer, this will allow them to see you on the map. Valheim is very much oriented towards cooperative, but you can do PvP if you enable it. So in order to place one of these icons, I'm going to choose, well, let's just do this one. And we can double click it, and we're going to label that Black Forest. Oops, that helps if we spell it right. You can right click it to delete it, and then double click it again to replace it. I'll learn to spell one of these days. And then that'll mark it on the map. You can left click it again to exit out. So say if you finish something like a boss, or you want to mark all the crypts, you can mark them with an X to indicate that you've completed them. And we'll talk about crypts and dungeons later. The game really wants to make a liar out of me. There are not many boars in these fields. This is a fir tree. Fir trees. Apologize for that. That was loud. It was very loud on my side, at least. Fir trees are a larger tree. They provide wood, and they are part of the Black Forest, and that is how you get hit by a tree. Well, there's my blood on the ground. Congratulations. Now, Black Forest is a tough area we do not want to go into yet. It's full of gray dwarfs. There's one now. They look like the Greylings, but they're a lot more difficult. That is a level 1. I am not going to mess with him. Hopefully he'll forget about me. He really is interested in me. Alright, we managed to get rid of him. Thank goodness. Oh, we missed another structure. Let's go check this one out. This one does not appear to be a chest. Looks like it was some kind of farm. Cute little farm. Ah, here we go. We got some more boars. So we've got 3 of them. And I missed. Oh, at least I got him to run over. Saved me a little bit of effort. Yeah, some raspberries. Here's some graylings out there. Oh, we got another structure. This is a bit bigger than the others we've seen. So let's check it out. I don't hear a beehive. Oh, it's even got a door. Which I can't seem to get through. What do we got? Nothing? Lovely. I actually took over one of these as my first base the first time I played this game. They are pretty neat. Oh, we've got an abandoned village here. See what we can find. Hopefully something actually useful. Oh, we got some more bees. Could always use more honey. Oh, we got amber. So amber is a material we can sell to the merchant for gold. Which can't actually make anything with it. But we can... What am I poisoned by the bees? Seems so. So can I hit this from over here? Yep. A little bit higher. Still a little bit higher. A little too high. So you actually jump a little bit higher when you're holding the shift key. Regain our stamina. Take a minute and eat something. I am horrible at jumping. I haven't noticed. Oh, we got a chest. Pick up that honey. Oh, we already got the queen bee. All right. So one of the cool things about Valheim is you can actually hold your torch in your left hand and your axe or weapon or whatever in your right hand. So you can actually see at night. Another house. Some more amber. Take out that beehive. Oh, looks like we already got it. Going through the trees here, the forest, not the black forest, but the forest in the meadows. A little confusing, isn't it? I'm going to make sure we keep our stamina up because we might run into some graylings because it's after dark. Ooh, found a boar. Hello. Come back here. Right. Oop. And we're back at where we started at. Did the boars respawn here? Doesn't look like it. So we managed to get 11 leather scrap. Let's see how much we have back at the base. Now we've managed to make some honey. It's pretty nice because the honey just makes itself practically. Let's go to bed. And we've got 12. Still need more. Let's go ahead and make some more beehives. Put up this. Finish the walls over here so we can attach it. So whenever you're placing these inclined walls, make sure you check the angle. There's 26 and then there's 45. It starts to look a little weird if you have the 45 wall with the 26-degree roof. And we've got a pretty simple little house here going, so stability is pretty good. Now let's make some more beehives. So you can check on the status of them, if they're happy. If they're too close together, they'll let you know. Go ahead and repair all our stuff. See what we need. So it was 5 deer hide, 15 flint, and 20 other scrap to get a level 2 workbench. Let's go see if we can find some more boars, see if they've respawned at all. Not seeing any. There's a little grayling over there. So let's explore some more of the meadow. Follow this little creek here for a bit. Grab these raspberries. What are we doing on arrows? 18. Here we go, we got a boar here. Little sucker hits hard, doesn't he? Got another big field. Oh, I got an angry native. Grayling. I like to think of them as the Lorax. They really get pissed off if you cut down their trees. One thing I try to always do is replant the trees. It is just a video game, but you do have to replace them if you want to keep harvesting in the same area. Fortunately, it only takes about 2 or 3 days to regrow them, unlike real life, which takes a lot longer. Oh, got some raspberries over here. Got some more raspberries. So in order to make jelly, you have to have blueberries and raspberries. You can find blueberries in the Black Forest. Oop, got caught on the stone. hello. These are gray dwarfs. If you're not careful, they'll kick your butt. Especially when you're starting out. And they drop trophies occasionally, wood, resin, and stone. They're particularly susceptible to fire. So if you get some fire arrows that hurt them. Also, if you can hit them in the back, it's even better. Got a little village here. Looks like the villagers were growing raspberry. Unfortunately, you can't grow raspberries. You can't farm them like you can other things. Oh, they even had a bed here. Unfortunate that whoever lived here is no longer here. You only left behind some beds. So let's keep moving. Oh, that was a higher level gray dwarf, and that is black forest, because you can tell by the fir trees here, as opposed to the beech and the birch. And as you can tell on the top right, the mini-map now has listed black forest, so we don't want to go in there either. So let's start heading back up this way. See if we can first and find some boars. Go ahead and eat some. So one of the things about eating and keeping your health up is that you can have 3 types of food at once in your belly, I guess, or whatever the game mechanics call it. So, which can be 3 different types of meats or berries or whatever you want to look for. So this is a burial site. This is pretty cool. Unfortunately, we don't have a... Ooh, we can break this with an axe. This is a burial site, and we're a little grave robbing here. This is sturdy, whatever it is. We just got some stone. There should be something underneath. So we're going to go ahead and mark this. Usually it's just bones, but sometimes you'll get necklaces that you can sell to the merchant for gold coin. Oh, we're going to add honey as our 3rd type and boost up our health and stamina even further. Ooh, we got a deer. Get a deer hide. Here's some rather angry people in the forest. Thunder or lightning, rather. Oh, we found another grave. This looks like a bigger one, so we'll mark that. That's quite a drop. Oh, let's see what this stone. So these stones give you little helpful hints throughout the game. That one wasn't terribly helpful, but ooh, there's something there. Nope. Let's see if we can get that deer from here. Yep. And once they're startled, they're pretty hard to hit unless they're really close. Ooh, hello. Alright. Pushing our luck here. That is black forest on the other side. You can tell by the trees. And this is black forest here, so let's avoid that. We still need to upgrade our gear before we explore that. I would also like to find the first boss. Gotcha. Just be patient with the bow. It takes some time to get used to. And when I first started playing, I never thought I'd be able to hit a deer. But I do alright now. Ooh, got another one. And he is alerted to our, or she rather, alerted to our presence. So, now while you're sneaking, you can stand still and be less noticeable, but as you move, it diminishes your stamina until you run out, and then you're no longer sneaking. If you stop, your stamina will start to come back. Now, to increase your stamina, or not your stamina, to increase your sneak, you need to actually be moving around something while sneaking. If you decide to go for a boar farm, they're a great thing to sneak around to build up your sneak at the early levels. Ooh, let's see if we can get him. Oh, I missed. I know I shouldn't have mentioned anything about the bow. Why am I telling you all this shh? Deer can't hear you. Can't hear me either. Or at least not my voice. Ooh, got another neck. hit him? Looked like I hit him. I guess not. I just love the grass in it. It just looks so soft. I want to lay down in it. I don't know about y'all. I hear a deer. Looks like I'm out of arrows. Or am I out of stamina? Okay. See how our honey is doing. Hey honey, I'm home. Got a lot of meat. I'm sure you don't want to watch me cook this meat. You're making me hungry in real life, though. There's our neck, tail, or tail necks. Gray dwarf eyes. So those are used to make portals. You'll need those later. You will end up having a ton of them that you don't need. Okay. Probably want to build another box here soon. Get everything repaired. Let's go ahead and make some pants. They're pretty easy to come by. Don't quite have enough to make the helmet. So I like to set these up here. Put that away. Put the gold in there. Do I not have gold anywhere? Guess not. Just toss that in there for now. It's getting late, so we'll go to sleep. I think we'll stream for about 13 more minutes and then we'll call it a day. Got some more honey. Boars have still not respawned. Guess they heard it was a bad neighborhood and decided not to come back. There is a deer. There's a grayling up there. Okay. Get some necktails. It's got to be confusing. Did I get it? No. Ooh, got a boar. Oh, hello. Rude. Got a couple of boars. at least 7 more scrap. Let's see if we can get that before getting off. Okay. Feel sorry for those birds. They just explode. It's a horrible way to go. Ah, I scared it off already. One more wood arrow. I won't start using flint. That's fine. Oh, there's a deer out there. I think I'll leave him out there. Got him. And 6 for the helmet. Probably 6 to upgrade. Not really a big fan of the helmet because it covers your head, your hair. There is someone who put out a mod that hides the helmet. You choose to. Got 4 leather scrap. Might try that mod out. I'll get tired of upgrading. And here's some necks. Here's something over here. It might just be the wind to the water. Guess it was. Ooh, let's grab this flint. Never have too much flint. Oh, there is a deer. See if we can get close enough. Got him. Yeah, you really don't get a second chance with the deers. You just got to be patient. Got some necks over here. Where's that deer? I hear him. Or her. Ooh, there she is. Got her. Ooh, there's another one. Hear it. Yeah, I don't see how you get a trophy with antlers from a doe that doesn't have antlers. Some deer, those does have antlers, but not these. Got a grayling up ahead. there's any boars up here. Not seeing any. Go home. Eat some honey. Oh, boars. Oh, let's see what the stone says. After we get the resin. Land is hard and wild. So quiet. Yeah, okay, so that's talking about the boars. There's another one. It's usually around where there's a lot of boars. Did he not drop a neck? Or, I mean a tail? That neck, I guess, didn't drop a tail. That is so confusing. I wonder if they did that on purpose. Come on. Okay. Well, we've almost explored this shoreline to the end. See, oh, raspberries. Lots of them. Well, that's interesting. That is like meadows on the edge, and I don't really want to... Alright. Ooh, here is another sigil, or marker. Runestone, that's what it is. The grass grows underfoot and the sky is blue overhead. There will always be a hearth and a home. Alright, I can already see some not so friendly people over there, so let's head back. Ooh, ooh. Shh, don't. Oh, it's a level 2. Yes! Did I got it. I don't know why I shot it. 3. 5 red meat. Oh, hello. Got any friends around here? Yes, you do. should be one more. There we are. There's scrap. So now we should have plenty to make our tanning, leather tanning rack. Oh, got a little hut here. I guess more like a well than a hut, but whatever. Let's try to get back. I'd like to, not stay up all night. Oh, he knows where I'm at. So if you see the little red exclamation over his head, that means that he is alert to our presence. If you see like that little yellow circle with the little lines around it, that means that he is wary or cautious. And oh, come on, I need stamina to kill this guy. Do not kill me, come on. This will be embarrassing to be killed by a boar. What's annoying with this game is that if something comes from under you, like on a hill, and you're above it and you have a melee, you end up attacking over its head and don't hit it. Which is kind of silly because, in real life I could probably hit something below me. But whatever. Ooh, got 12 leather scrap. That is Black Forest over there, my friends, and I do not want to go over there. So let's keep on rolling. By the way, there is the option to do auto walk with Q. As soon as you start using your AAWSD keys, though, it will stop. So if you try to direct it with that, change your direction with that, it will stop the auto run. You, however, can hold the right mouse button and change your direction while auto running. And you can hold shift while auto running as well. I think tomorrow, if we play tomorrow, I will set up a little farm for the boars and try to tame some for y'all. Because this map is not very boar heavy. Let's go ahead and eat. Oh, and it is raining for the first time since y'all have been on. I've got the last of that honey. So, apparently, there's a chance that you will see Thor in a thunderstorm, which would be really cool. I haven't seen him yet personally, but I've had some friends that have seen him on our server. You can see Odin. He'll be a dark figure that sort of looks like a Grim Reaper. Kind of scary. You're not expecting it. So one of the interesting things about Valheim is that your character you can transfer between maps. So if you have a solo map like I do, you can play it in the one character in any of your solo maps. And you can also take it online to a server. There's a lot of mods going on, so I don't know how that will affect that, but They're doing some really interesting stuff in the mod space. It's not officially supported, but it's pretty interesting. And anything that's in your inventory will be transferred with you. There are some abuses for that, so people will go to special seeds that you'll know where the merchant is, because there's only one merchant per world, and you have to find them. It can be a little difficult. They'll be in the Black Forest somewhere. So it could be very distant from your starting location, or it could be really close. There's no telling if it's a random seed, unless you pick out a seed where someone's shared the map already. Also, there's ways of cheating the portal. So you go and switch your character to another map. Some people call it a hub world. You drop off all your metal, and then you go back to the previous world, go through the portal without the metal, and then you come back to your primary world on the other side of the portal with all your metal. And that's kind of cheese, but whatever floats your boat. Or rather, it doesn't float your boat, since that's a way of avoiding having to take the boat. Some ores over here now. Oops. What did I hit? I guess I took out a tree. Raspberries. Hello, my friend. We are almost home. Oh, here we go. So this is the spawner for the first boss. So we take one of the deer trophies and place it on the altar, and it will summon him. We're not going to do that right now, but we do have them, so let's not accidentally summon him. He can be pretty tough if you don't know how to fight him. A massive deer that shoots lightning out of its antlers, which is kind of neat. Once you've defeated him, you take him back to the circle of stones that you spawned at, and place his head on one of the chains. It'll be a specific one. And then you will get access to a buff. And that one will increase your stamina regen, I believe. Which is pretty cool. You activate it by hitting F, and then it's got like a 15-minute regen or cooldown. You know, I just realized my camera is over my health. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we're back at our lovely base. The fire has gone out, not because of the rain, but because I need to put wood in it. It's out of fuel. And you do have to have a fire going near enough to your bed in order to sleep in it. So let's see if we can do this upgrade yet. We need our flint, our wood, and oh, we've got 28 scrap. So let's go ahead and put that. Why can I not put it there? But I can put it here. Well, we'll just, okay. New workbench, level 3. Does that allow us to build anything new here? No. raft is level 2. Okay. Let's see what we can make. We can make a wood shield, which should be good. And then we cannot... Oh, we need bone fragments to upgrade our leather armor. Now, that is unfortunate, as we have to kill skeletons usually, or do some grave robbing, which requires a pickaxe. So let's see, can we make the helmet? Yeah, we've got enough stuff to make the helmet. So we'll go ahead and make that for now. I might turn on the mod to not cover my head, because I think that's silly. See, now I have no hair. Oh yeah, do we have enough to make the cloak yet? Am I able to make the cloak yet? What do we need to make the cloak? Let's look that up real quick. Valheim. We're going to Google this with Bing. If you haven't watched any of my coding sessions, you aren't familiar with that. So the deer hide cape requires crafting level 2. Oh, so I have to have bone fragments. It won't show up. So things don't show up in your workbench to make until you've picked up the component. So once I have had bone fragments in my inventory, it will show up in the workbench to craft. But it will be disabled if I don't have enough to make it at the time. So let's go ahead, let's make some more arrows, and then we're going to call it a night. Ooh, can I upgrade my bow? So what does that get us? Crude bow has 22 damage, piercing damage. And wait, ability. It doesn't really tell us about how long it takes to pull back. So it'll do a little bit more damage. It doesn't tell us anything about drop. What about our flint axe? Flint axe is 20. If we upgrade it, it's 30. So yeah, let's definitely upgrade that. Can we still upgrade our bow? Yeah, let's upgrade our bow. So we're gonna have to get some more leather scraps. Hooray. Before we can continue. We've got another beehive we can put up. Let's take that and that out and put the food in here. So dandelions are interesting. So you use that to make healing potions later on. Sounds kind of weird, but it's how it works. You craft what's called a fermenter. It's this big jug, and then you create a healing mead, and then you cannot go to bed while awake. All right, so something you may have just seen is that I am wet and I can't go to sleep because I didn't stand up. And so you can't go to sleep while you're wet. The quickest way to dry off is to stand by a fire. And those 2 minutes turn into like 10 seconds. Don't quote me on that. And then you can go to sleep once you're dry. Did our stream drop? Interesting. Let's put the amber in there. Let's grab this. Put these trophies away. Not quite ready for our large deer friend yet. Now we can't put these beehives under this roof, so we're going to put this new one over here. Our bees are happy. I bet they're nice and warm. Alright, so we're going to call it a night. Thank you all for joining my stream. I hope to see you next time. Probably tomorrow. My official schedule, though, is Monday, 8 p.m. Central. I do coding for beginners. We're going to do some basics, learn how to do C# from the ground up. And then Tuesdays, I'm going to focus on writing this mobile app that I've been planning for forever. It's for Dungeons and Dragons. It's an initiative tracker, dice roller, etc. And then on Fridays, I'm going to be doing gaming. And as you can tell, this is Wednesday, and I didn't mention Wednesday because I'm going to be doing random times. I'm going to be doing other things. So that's the times that I've mentioned. They're just the scheduled times. And we'll be putting out some edited videos. I'm going to turn some of this into tutorials, so I'll help you check that out. I hope you found tonight useful, and I hope that you will come back and watch us again. Thanks, everybody, and good night.